According to James McNeil, an expert in children's consumer behavior, brand marketing must begin with children. Even if a child does not buy the product and will not for many years, the marketing must begin in childhood. It has been proven that gaining trust at a young age leads to stronger brand loyalty in the future. But the argument is that children are not yet mentally or psychologically developed enough to recognize the true intent of advertisements to market and sell their products, and are therefore considered extremely vulnerable against advertising in general. For example, many fast food advertisements use appeals of fun or action to capture the child's attention, and very rarely mention anything about the food product itself. So, has advertisers' demand for brand loyalty gone too far? When you were a kid, were you concerned with the nutritional content of the fast food you were eating?
Of course not. I was a little kid. I mean, what little kid is concerned with what they're eating? I mean, my parents had a sense of what to let me eat and what not to let me eat, though, so I didn't really care. I was always taught to eat healthier until I got to college.
All right, when you were a kid, did you ever want to buy a toy or let's say like an ice cream cone based on what you saw in a commercial?
Oh, and like the new toys came out and the Happy Meals and stuff like that, of course I wanted to go then, right when I saw the commercial and get the toy. I didn't really care about the food, to be honest, but I mean, especially when you saw those Dairy Queen commercials and they're just sitting there dipping the cones into the chocolate, it was pretty enticing, you know? I mean, you can't not want one of those things.
Do you still enjoy eating at some of the same fast food restaurants you did when you were young?
You know, I dabble in the art every now and then, but not as much as I used to. The figure isn't the same as it been, not as physically active anymore, so I know it's not that great for me.
Do you feel like parents these days are like pressured by kids' demands for what they want, like fast food and products they see in advertisements?
Definitely. I think that parents these days, with the advances in technology and how much information is out there, that kids get to see the advertisements and really start nagging, I guess, their parents into going to these places. And it's a really different culture, I believe, now than it used to be, where kids kind of get a little more than they want or a little more than they should to really teach them lessons. And I guess society's kind of really going soft and just letting people go, and you can see it in the obesity in kids these days.